Okay, y'all, I had to get everything set. Now we good to go. Okay. How y'all doing? Tell y'all now. Hold a minute. Auntie ain't got no glasses on, but I got some. I ain't putting them for y'all to see them. I'm gonna get the surgery done to my eyes, but I ain't putting no glasses on right now so y'all can see them. You ever seen Harlem Night? That's what it looked like. Harlem Night. When Red Fox couldn't see. He said, I can't see. This is what get the shit out your hiding. Nuh-uh, I ain't putting that on. No laugh at me. Oh, no. Don't you know no good. How y'all doing tonight? I love y'all. Before we get started, I got my banner up. What I'm about to say is alleged. It's from my opinion. It's for he, ha, ha. It's open mic tonight. You can say whatever you want to say, how you feel about it. I'm going to talk about something, but y'all know what I'm talking about because last time when that message, the young lady fell asleep and wake up, when I used to do a video and say her name and stuff, they used to red flag it and yellow flag it, and come find out they don't want you to speak about it. So y'all know what I'm talking about when I go in that direction. About that young man that passed away. The T is his last name begin with an N. Until I found out further notice what they doing with this on YouTube, because YouTube be tripping. I know I had like 4 videos hold up in yellow and red for about a week, and then one of them they said I couldn't use it. I was like, I'm just explaining to what happened, so I couldn't use that. I had to take that one down. They're very sensitive about stuff like that, so just won't say the name. Okay, we have 2 winners tonight. I want to get that out the way because we're gonna be up here an hour. I got a lot of work to do, and I'm supposed to have some help because why? So somebody else can help me out up here. They all know they're coming in that, but I already told them I need help. Oh, she here. But I think I do the drawing after I finish talking. Who Jesus? Lord, I just thank you. I just ask God to watch over his family. What I got to say is your own brother. This is what I be talking about. You got to teach them how to treat you. Why would they treat us the way we want to be treated? Your own brother. Your own brother. 4 of them. Your own brother. A lot of stuff like this I don't like to get on because it does something to my heart. But I got to get on this one. Y'all, please push like. Come on out the bushes. I want you to hear it too. Because this might stop you from going in the bushes. Your own brother. What did you think was going to happen? Your own brother. The same color as you. Same blood as you. Same struggle as you. Your own brother. That's the part I can't get past. Because they're taking us out left and right. And you turn around and do the same thing they do. This is why I'm talking about. This is why they don't respect us. Because we are our worst enemy. What I still can't get past is your own brother. Then they came and got your ass in 2 minutes. Okay? Whew, Jesus. What is going on? This is why I kept myself so busy this week, because I didn't want to step on that one. But today and yesterday just got in my soul. Your own brother? Over a traffic stop? Your own brother. But you thought you was going to get back on pass, right? See, some of us is mad about the wrong thing. My opinion. They're taking it off the subject and turning it around to another subject because they were black. I don't care you're blue. I don't care you purple. You was wrong. It makes her bad. That's your brother. What you thought was going to happen? You're a black man. What did you thought was going to happen? They was going to come and get you 30 days like they do the other one? They were going to get you a year like they do the other one? No, sir. See, we ain't got to make a sound for you. We ain't got to go out there and march and say, lock him up. We don't have to do anything because they got you in 2 seconds. Your own brother. This is the problem. We don't know how to treat each other. That's why the respect is not there. You talk to the women in the kind of way. Talk to the kids in the kind of way. Do them in the kind of way. Your brother? I guess can't get past that part. I'm still on the brother. Have the same struggles you got. The same color you are. They're doing the same thing to you that they're doing to me. But then you turn around for you. And what you thought was going to happen. They won't give you a lot of pop and tell you, see you tomorrow. But some of us is on the wrong thing. We upset because they was black and they got picked up less than 2 minutes. Wrong is wrong, right is right. They knew. What they thought? We knew this already. We've been saying it. We say it. How many times we say it? If they were black, they would have been got them. Now, have we said that? We say if they was black, they would have been got them. So what makes you think, we keep on saying that, what makes you think go do the same thing they could do? We ain't got the rights like that no more. We don't have it at all. We still trying to fight. We just don't have the same. We don't. Your own brother. That's deep in my soul. We taking each other out. We ain't gonna be none of us here no more soon. Because we're taking each other out. Watch what I tell you. We're taking each other out for them. Make it make sense. You can't make this shit up. I wish I would put my big toe on the sidewalk and march for y'all ass. I wish I would take my tongue and say, oh, they need, no, you're wrong. You're in the same boat the rest of them is, but it just came and got you sooner. You're in the same boat the rest of them is, but you're just black. What makes you think it was okay? Your own brother. Jesus. Your own brother. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I was going to get on another subject this evening, but I just can't pass this. Your brother. What could he say so bad that you couldn't give him a citation or a ticket and huh? What happened to sticks and stones would break my bones, but words never happen. He probably was telling him what you pull me over for. And he kept on telling him, oh, you a brother and you pull me over for this? And I know my rights. And he got mad. They got mad. My opinion. Then one hit him, got mad and hit him. Mr. Macho. I couldn't even look at the video because I knew what happened to me when I look at George Floyd video. That thing cut me so bad I cried for 30 days, for a whole month. Every time I sit at the table, I cry. I don't want to look at it. I can't. That's your brother. All y'all need to know, your ass going to jail. You're going to jail. And they're going to throw your ass under the jail. And those people in jail going to see what you're working with. You probably been in someone you done locked up. Whew. What you thought was going to happen? You was praying that he survived. I'm going to drop this link. Woo, Jesus. I can't. I've been praying for those people for 2 days. They family. The family. No amount of money can bring this baby back. He ain't here no more. He's gone. You done destroy somebody else's family. And you probably got a family, destroy your own family. They ain't gonna say you had balls, you had marbles. Because a man would not do that to another man. That's your brother. And we fighting now. What part didn't you understand? It's a shame. Whew, Jesus. Somebody tell me something if I'm wrong or not. Because I don't understand it. They're taking us out left and right. I'm gonna drop this link. I can't. It's sad and it's pitiful. Pitiful that somebody would do a human being like that. Your brother. Was you defending yourself? All four of y'all? One guy? This is what I'm talking about. A gang up. Everybody on one person. It's dangerous. Hey, girl, hey, how y'all doing tonight? I don't understand it. You got so much anger in you. You want to take it on the next person. Over a traffic stop. Woo! My heart is heavy. I got feelings. I care about people. His mama, the family. Have to bury their child from another hand, from his brother. Lord, I've been crying out to you. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But all I can say, my God, have mercy on your soul. My uncle used to say, you live by the sword, you die by a sword. For you. If it was that bad, why didn't you just handcuff him and take him to jail? It was that bad. It's for y'all. And not one of you stopped it. What you say? I didn't do anything. I'm gonna tell. I want everybody to hear this, so you can get it. I was 13. Went to the mall with a friend, and it was Woolworth. They don't have it no more. I had my stuff. Ready to pay for my stuff. I don't think she had any money. I went to pay for my stuff. Security guard said, y'all come in. And I'm at the cashier trying to pay for my stuff. And he said, y'all come in. He said, you got something? I said, no, I'll pay for my own stuff. I said, I got $10. I'll pay for my own stuff. I said, she don't have anything either. She don't take anything. Come find out, she took some stuff in there. I said, I ain't had nothing. I just came here to pay for my stuff. You think they told me to go head home? You think they ain't called my mama? You know what the security guard told me? He said, when somebody's doing something and you with that person, you get charged with the same crime that they done. That's why I tell their ass, if I'm telling you what, like if your hands are sticky and you got a problem, put them in your pocket for your K-ass in the store. Put them in the pocket or stay outside. Get away from me. You ain't even going around me if your hand's heavy. So if that was the situation, one didn't touch him, but he stood there and watched, you going to jail too. Because you was there and you didn't do anything. It don't. I dropped the link already. Let me drop it again. Because I'm moving fast. It might not. Let me make sure it's working. Because I know the one time it says not working. It don't make sense. And I've been trying to wrap my head around it. The struggle that we are going through now, and we're trying to fight for justice and different things. I have dropped the link. I dropped it more than one time. Do you see it? I don't know what's going to screen, y'all. They done got on my last nerve. And what I tried to do is I try to treat people with kind until you rub my feather. If I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. I go my way and you can go your way. But for these 4 guys, and some of us think it's wrong. Some of us think it's wrong because they fuss. Oh, so they black, so they got them in there fast 2 hours. That's not fair. Why aren't you fighting for this young man that lost his life instead of worrying about these sorry ass cops that took somebody's life? Five of them. You should have told me that. That make it worse. Why were all 5 of them jumping on one person? Now you said it's 5. I thought it was 4. Now that's sad. 5. Well, Lord. 5. They don't make it no better. 5. I never thought it would come to this. It shocked me. I said, my fiance told me, I said, I know you lying. I know you lying. Leave me alone. I know you lying. Then I get an email say, and please pray for us. Please pray. I said, oh, wait a minute. Then I read the email. This is why I go through every comment. This is why I be up at nighttime. Sometimes be at 2 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock at night, reading my emails. I have so many reading, praying. Sometimes I'm running off of 2 hours of sleep. I don't care. If I could say one person, I did my job. I did what God told me to do. I don't fight for no reason. I fight because we have rights. A lot of people don't, a lot of y'all don't know what I do behind things. If it's a march, I'm there. If it's something happening in the community, need a scrum, I'm there. Because I'm a Black queen and I'm going to stand for my sister or my brother. But one thing about Auntie, if you're wrong, I'm going to tell you wrong. So when y'all get in my DM say they did this and something, I'm saying, okay, well, how you know? You said, well, I was over. What you doing over there? You was wrong. You was wrong. I do my kids the same way. Don't come tell me no lie. You better get it together. And I tell them quick, you was wrong. Mom, but this happened. No, you was wrong. I don't care how you put it, you was wrong. My mom used to always say, Mom, why you say that? We are our worst enemy. I said, why, Mom? She said, look. I never in the world thought I would be in this predicament happen. My Black queens, my Black marching and getting stuff together, or making sure people get this. I never. My mama did that. I didn't understand. One time I came home. I had already ate dinner, but I'm outside running. I got hungry, going in the house look for something to eat. I was like, where the leftover? Well, I took it to the home people around the corner. I'm like, well, Dad, what I'm gonna eat? You already ate. You had 2 bowls, didn't you? They ain't got nothing. I was like, you just getting all the food away. We ain't never had nothing to eat. You get all the food away. Never had no leftovers. But you know what? I got it. As I seize and season, I got it. My mom was a minister, so I understood. Now I got it. My mom passed. She had Bibles all over the house. She had Bible verses all over the house. And I'm like, I questioned, God, why? She did everything you say. She was golden. She helped people. She did this. She did this. She did that. My mama had asthma. They punctured one of her lungs. He said, why are you questioning me? At that moment, I didn't question him, but he gave me the answer. He said, I don't leave my children on this earth to suffer. So I took her home. And that stick in my head every day. I understand, but why would you do something to your brother? Woo! I'm going this way, but I can't. When God tells me to do something, I got to do it. That's one thing. If the people don't want to stay, I don't care one person in here, because it's sad. I don't understand it. I don't even think the link working. I done I don't. Can y'all see? Can y'all see the link? Put yes or no because I done put it about 4 times. There, go right there. She told me drop the link. I've been dropping the link for the longest time. I don't know. It don't make no sense. I'm trying to. Are we fighting for no reason? Are we marching for no reason? Are we trying to get rights for no reason? Let me know. I stop. Just let me know.
It's working. I got on.
Okay.
I'm going back down.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mhm. Hey, how you doing? Good evening. I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all want to come in? Cause I don't. I said good evening. I don't even know if she If y'all want to come up, y'all can. I done hit my own self down. I don't know. It must be Keisha, cause I'm trying to. I just put it down there. Uh, we're at the end of time now, and it's sad that I sit there and I wonder. Sometimes I say if I'm just hitting the pavement for nothing, I'm just talking for nothing. Hmm. I try to make sense of it. Why? Why? I wish somebody had an answer why. I need to talk to. I got a police officer live next door to me. I really want to have some question to him. Ask him. I have a question to ask a lot of them. I guess I go over there tomorrow and talk to him. He's a young man. What do you feel? Why at the point that you feel at that moment that I know it's a stressful job, but why at that moment? Who is this? Hello? 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 Let me drop this lady. Mm-mm. Don't want to say you. I want to drop you. Oh yeah, there you go. Yep, you have been dropped. Okay, I had to kick that one. I had to take that one down because maybe she got her here by mistake. Let me do this. I'm gonna put my I'm gonna do the drawing now. I know it was. Let me look at my other phone. Hey, Liz.
Hey, I miss you. How are you?
Okay, I miss you more, girl.
Oh my God, I have not been able to chit chat, but I had tried to DM you and I couldn't get through. So I don't know why. Maybe because I don't know. But anyway, you were doing a giveaway, correct?
Uh huh.
So I wanted to donate to your giveaway. So I need your Cash App so I can send you something to donate towards the giveaway.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah, and thank you so much for getting my patient order out because I had paid for her order and she got it, and she
Uh,
said that she loved the shampoo.
she do. A lot of people
Mhm.
say that.
So thank you so much for that. So I'm gonna be ordering a lot more for my patients.
Thank you. You a sweetheart. You a sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. So what's on the news? I don't know the news. Your name came across there. I am on live. I said, let me jump on, baby. Let me
Girl,
jump on.
just talking about these police officers, and I was like, we have a hard time. I just understand why would you do that to your brother?
You know, I haven't seen it, but I did hear about it. And see, I'm on the fence on two sides. My thing is, what did he do to get pulled over or for them to have aggression like that? And they are everybody's African American, so it's some type of aggression. What did he do? And what bad day did they have that they couldn't rein in and say one of them say, hey, you know what, this is wrong,
Yeah.
So I'm like, I look at things from a different point of view. So I have, I have family members that's cops.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, what did he do so bad that made them want to just jump on and do that and kill that boy? You know, it just don't make no sense. We
He was
live in,
tiny. He won't
huh?
big. He was tiny. He was tiny. He won't even big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like my son is 6'6" and he went 200 and how much was 220 pounds and 20 size 20 in the shoe. He's a big
Yeah.
guy, but he's young. And, he looks like a threat. Now, I can understand them jumping out and whooping on him because he looks like a threat getting out the car. I understand that. But he was little.
Yeah. I don't understand. They say five. I thought it was four, and then it says
No,
five.
it was 5. Yeah, I heard on the news it was 5.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here saying, okay, what did you thought? What did you thought were gonna happen? They're gonna give you a Twinkie and a Coke and a smile and say, okay, we'll get you a year or a month later. You don't have the same right as the other color do. So what makes
No.
you do that? Why?
So that's why my thought process is why was so much of the aggression? What did he do to make all of them just snap? No one's, nobody answering that question. What caused all of this? What made them just snap?
Some policemen feel some of them, and I say all of because I got a neighbor. He's a policeman and he's a sweetheart. He's a really sweetheart, and some policemen not like that. Some people power. They feel,
Hmm.
oh, you're gonna do what I want, what I tell you to do, because I'm the law. So you're gonna do this, and he probably mouth out and said, look, give me the ticket and give me my rights. I know my rights. You can just
Hmm.
I can go, and they got mad. So you ain't got no rights, and it was just went back and forth. And he got mad because the guy said something else. It still wasn't the. I don't care what he said. I don't. He got a car and walked on his tiptoes. I don't care.
Hmm.
Take him to jail. If they was that bad, take him to jail.
You're right about that. But that was the problem that I'm having, the disconnect with the communication. If it was so harmful what he did, why one of them just didn't handcuff him and throw him in the car and just, take him on. It didn't cause for all of that. It just really didn't. And my thing is, What's up with the body cams? Don't everybody supposed to be wearing these body cams now that we're paying so much money for?
They turns them off. When they get do some cricket stuff, they turn off. The first thing they say, "Oh, it was a malfunction," and you turn it off. Yeah, it was a malfunction with your fingers. They turn them off. And I wish they said it that you can't turn it off. Once you leave that off, it have to stay on until you come back. They need to put a chip in that you can't take it out, you can't turn it off, and it should stay right there.
Yeah, and I thought that that's the way it worked. That they couldn't take it off, they couldn't turn it off or anything like that.
They worse
Because
than the
I know where I'm located. I live in Naperville, Illinois, and they can't turn theirs off.
they crooks. They can do anything. They crooks. These crooks out here. They try to do anything that they can to go around things to what happened? I don't know what's wrong with ScreenYard. They got my back aching. Now she don't fail. I'm sick of this. They don't get my $25 back. I want a refund, a whole refund for a whole month. Now my thing ain't working. I'm sick of this. Jesus, take the wheel right now. Okay, this thing going so fast. Somebody said they had. Yes, they do. Somebody said they had body cam. I'm trying to catch up with it. I can't stand this thing. It's going so fast. Somebody was saying something about that. It was a body cam. Oh, okay. They had body cam footage and footage from the street camera. Oh, okay. I thought they didn't have anything. The reason they got shot is the. Nah, buying that. How can they be scared? It's 5 of them. Make it make sense. I would not believe that. How can you be scared? And it's 5 of y'all. One man, he don't wear 50 pounds soaking wet. I ain't believing that. How are you gonna be scared of that little teeny man? You can fold him up, put him in your pocket, and take him where you want him to go at. I ain't gonna believe that one. I'm not gonna believe. I'm not gonna take that one. I don't believe that one. If I tag you, because I'm trying to find on my phone of that thing. If I hope I took a screenshot. If I tag you today, I know who you are. If I tag you today, I know it was what 60 girl. I know it was her. I just want because I look about the calendar. Oh, let's drop the mic. Hey, girl. Hi, darling. How you doing?
Hey, Ann, how are you?
Fine. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm doing lovely, lovely. I wanted to tell you a little bit about this daggone uh thing with the cops.
I knew
So,
you knew.
girl, listen. I did a video earlier and I was so upset. I couldn't stop myself from like crying throughout the whole
No.
video. Oh my God, I was so ticked off because I watched the video right before I did my commentary. And I'm telling you, the boy, this is why so much
Hey.
outrage. I am panel and everybody. The young man did nothing wrong. Nothing.
Hey, Miss Hannah.
Nothing.
Oh my gracious. Oh my God.
Yep.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, Miss
Finding you.
Hannah.
You doing good? I'm Ann and drop the mic and pan and our guest. I'm sorry. Go ahead on, girl. I'm listening.
Me too.
Well, that's what it is. I will tell you, trigger warning. Um, what I did was I watched the video footage. It's 67 minutes long. They beat that man for an hour and 7 minutes. 5 cops. Okay, they rewound the footage and all of that stuff, and it's several people that have come out in law enforcement. They're that's why they trying them, or they're charging them, because they couldn't even find the reason why they pulled the man over.
Mm.
Everything that they reviewed in that footage, they showed that this man did nothing wrong. They pulled him over for no reason. It was like they was just looking for somebody to assault that night. He never resisted arrest. He didn't do anything to warrant that beating. And I'm gonna tell y'all the part that is gonna break your heart is he was crying for his mother
Oh,
while
Jesus.
he was on the ground.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that was the it broke my heart. I'm telling y'all, it's so much. If you watch it, just prepare yourself, pray before you watch it. I suggest not watching the whole thing, because you're not it's not the only reason I watched it is so I could talk about it. But if I could go back, I wouldn't I want to unsee it because it's that bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I put a little tiny snippet of it in my video, just a little bit, enough for people. It's probably 20 seconds, enough for people to get a gist of what was happening for that whole hour while those five grown men that were supposed to be his brothers beat him to
Oh, Jesus.
uh, to deleting. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, it's horrible. So that's what I seen people in the chat, and I heard the other young lady that was up here saying, well, she needed to know the whole story. That is the whole story. He didn't do anything, and that's why it's so much outrage. So
I didn't understand. I know a lot of people saying that. Well, if he was on why he would have been, they wouldn't have got arrested that fast. I don't care. I don't care. Purple,
right,
blue, green, orange. You.
yeah. I think it makes it worse that you would beat your own kind. Like I said, you hate yourself that much when you look in the mirror because you beat your own brother up. That's your own brother.
Exactly. That what gets me, your brother.
Yep.
This
And
is
I
what
saw something on Facebook. There was a lady that said she recognized one of the cops, that her son dialed 911 by mistake. And him and his partner came to her house. And she said when he was leaving, she heard him say something like, if her husband wasn't there and them other people that was there with her, I would have body slammed her. She heard him say it under his breath when they was leaving the house, because it was basically like, oh, my son dialed 911 by mistake. It's no big deal. But she said she didn't think about it then, but now that when she saw his face, she's like, oh my God, like, because in her mind, she thinking, why would he say something like that? That's weird. So one of those cops was weird anyway. He was looking for a reason to fight and put his hands on someone.
That's sad.
It is.
I don't know. I just don't know, because it's sad, because sometimes I feel, are we fighting for no reason? Are we marching for no reason? Because we're doing it to ourselves.
No, like that's what makes it so sad. It's like you said, because I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words. And I don't care, like you said, who cares about the cops being black? That makes it worse.
Yes.
Because there's nothing we can blame it on. No microaggressions, no nothing. You just hate yourself when you look in the mirror.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, drop the mic, and there are questions, and that's why one of the questions, you said he didn't do anything wrong. Okay, when he was stopped by the police, he ran. That was wrong, because we know.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Go watch my video. I got it from ABC 7 News, Miss Hannah. They said
Okay.
this man did not run or anything. That's a rumor. That's a lie.
Okay, so what happened?
I'm telling you, that's the outrage. So this man didn't run. That's why people are so outraged. That's why Biden called the family, because once the video footage came out, it showed that he didn't do anything. All of them were lying. He did nothing.
Okay,
He even complied when he was like, okay, get on the ground. He did nothing. He didn't fight back.
drop the mic. Okay,
Hmm.
they didn't say he ran on foot. They said when they tried to stop him, he fled from police. Is that incorrect too?
That's incorrect. The
Okay,
video footage shows that he did nothing but comply, and that's why people are so outraged. That's
yeah.
why people are marching. If you
I mean,
watch the whole video, you'll because at first I've heard about this story a couple weeks ago, and I like you was just like, well, again, some what caused them to be so, it had to be something. Like I just could, it didn't make sense to me when I watched that 67-minute tape. I'm telling you, he did nothing wrong. Soon as they put the lights on, he pulled over, and they got it from two angles.
Mm.
It was
that, now, you're definitely
it was
you're definitely
horrific. Hey,
Somebody said
Keontae.
you jump out the vehicle. That's why I said you got
Hey,
mixed on.
hey,
You got
Dr. Mike. Hey, Ann,
hey, how you
Hannah,
doing?
family. That video, I was in tears. It was
Yeah.
horrific. It was so bad to where, and I'm trying not to get so emotional.
I know.
It was
Yeah.
That's what
to
I
the
was. I'm so
point
shocked.
that they were instantly, as a person, as a human being, if you're being attacked at every angle, this man had got scared. And when you're if you've ever been pepper sprayed, tased, you instantly go into defense mode. This man was fighting for his life. It was so bad to the point they beat him, and they were saying he was high. He was high. He was not high.
No,
okay.
he
This
wasn't. He
not a
was
Let me
voice.
begging
He
say,
them
was
to stop.
fighting. He was
let me
begging
say,
for these people to stop.
Yeah, he was.
Hmm.
And let me say this.
but
Hey, y'all,
let
by the
me
way.
let me
Hey,
finish on
Brownskin.
this though
Hey,
to
hey,
drop the
Brasky, how
mic.
you doing, darling?
How
I'm good.
y'all
How are
doing?
you?
What I'm not
Fine.
saying he did anything
Mm.
wrong, because I did not see the tape, but I'm just saying what's going on. Because if you think about it, that does not make any sense that someone does absolutely nothing wrong and that happens. Something
I
had to
know.
have occurred. So we may not be seeing everything, but I just
Mm-mm.
want to say
Miss
this.
Hannah, I'm telling you, nothing happened, and
Let
that's why it's so much outrage.
drop the mic. Let me just finish and say this. That
Okay.
could very well be true. And what you're saying, like I said, I did not see it. But I'm just gonna say this. You live in Huntsville, right? You live in a city where there's probably not a lot of crime. Memphis has a lot of crime. And that's not an excuse either. But people,
Mm-mm.
we are unaliving each other daily in major cities like that. And police officers are assigned to do a job that's very hard. Their life is at stake sometimes. So I'm not saying any of that is right or is wrong, is right what they did. But I'm just
Hmm.
saying, I cannot believe that police officers that are assigned, their duty is to protect the community, would do
Hmm.
their own brother like that for no reason. I would not believe that until I see all of the evidence. And
Well, you gotta see it.
I'm not saying any of that was correct. All
Yeah.
of it was wrong. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. But
Right.
it is no justification. But this is a learn. This hopefully people will learn. These officers will learn. It's got to be more. We got to be more accountable. Is all I'm saying.
Miss
So,
Hannah,
Well,
I
look, and,
I
and to
totally
me,
understand what
but
you're
it
saying,
seems
and I
like,
just agree to disagree because I
but
want you to see it, right,
the more,
Keontae?
yes,
Hey,
but the more
hey,
the,
Annie.
but it was
Hi.
more
Hi,
of an
everybody.
outrage. Hey,
Hey,
Aunt Nettie,
Hey.
more
how
of
you
an
I
doing?
live in
outrage.
Forest City, Arkansas. I'm about an hour from Memphis.
Uh huh.
I couldn't sleep all night.
Mm.
They snatched him out of that car. He didn't jump out.
Yes,
He didn't do
Mm.
They
anything.
snatched him out.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Nettie, you saying it? I'm telling you, if
Mm.
you
They
watch
that
it, you will
was
be disgusted.
personal. Do you hear
Yep.
me? One of those cops had a personal vendetta against
Mm.
that young
yes,
man.
yes.
And then the paramedics
Mm.
sit there and did not immediately take him
Oh,
to the
Jesus.
emergency room. They
Mm.
They had
investigated the sheriff's department because two sheriffs drove by and did not try to intervene.
You know why? Black on
They
black.
they held that
You
boy
said
up
it.
2 turns. He was begging for water. He was crying for his mama. They
Mm,
beat him so bad they would hold him up, and another would come and kick him in his face.
mm.
I'm telling you,
It's
it was that
nothing.
bad, y'all. It was
Why would
It
they
was
horrible.
do? Why would
nothing
they
that
do
young
that?
man could have did
Why
to
would
And
they?
Nope.
deserve.
they said that also that the ones that initially pulled him over were in the unmarked car.
Hmm.
They were.
They were in the
They were
unmarked
Mustangs.
car that had pulled him over. And even when you see the footage, there was no lights on. He they were running like maniacs and they were laughing. They beat him even worse when they maced him and it flew back in their face.
They were
Face.
mad
They
at that.
beat him even worse because the mace reflected back on
Yeah, because
them.
they
They
maced
That's
What
why they
they
were
themselves.
said,
mad.
he
Yep.
made me
But
hurt my hand. I done hurt my hand. And then after
Hmm.
they beat him, they stood up there together and talked about how they had beat that young man.
Oh
I'm
my God.
telling y'all.
Mm.
and
let me
they
say
were
this.
talking
Hmm.
about their
Say,
knees.
can
They
I
were
say?
talking about their knees, like, oh, well, this morning when I woke up, my knee was hurting, but when I was getting at him, it wasn't hurt no more. And they
Yeah.
were laughing about it.
It was
The way
sad.
they beat this baby, I'm sorry. As a
You're right.
mother, I am a mother of a black man, and
Yes,
I
Lord.
am furious. This baby was laying, he was screaming for his mom. He
A
was
Yeah.
hundred yards
screaming.
from his mama's house.
Yep.
Mm.
See, yeah, we
Let me
understand.
say.
We saw
Let
all
me.
that. It was brutal. We understand
Mhm.
that. We
That he
understand
did
that
damn.
nothing was
No.
He
Okay.
did
nothing.
Let me
not
say
jump
this.
out of
Let,
that car.
let me
He
say
But
this.
what
stopped
did
when they
all this
pulled him over
aggression? What did
and
all
they
this aggression
snatched
from
him
the
out of
police
that car.
come from?
Okay, so let me say this. I watched the video, um, and I read some of the articles. From what they're saying, he was driving, and it looked like he was on the wrong side of the road. Then it looked, from my understanding, or how I kind of picture it, is he tried to correct himself, and once he did, they tried to make it seem like he was trying to crash into them. The police is That's what they were saying at the end of the video when they were giving their account as to what happened. So then he got into the like left hand lane to turn left, and that's when they pulled up behind him. They hopped out and they like pulled him out the car. At the end of the day, no traffic stop, like it doesn't deserve that for you to be hopping out the car and doing all of this. He could have, how sometimes when you're in an unfamiliar place, you go down the wrong side and you're like, oh shoot, let me correct myself. That's how I picture it. That's how I imagined it.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, oh shoot, and then corrected himself. In their mind, they're looking like, oh, he's trying to jump at us and he's doing it. No, he wasn't. So then he corrects himself. Then they pull him over, and the attack was brutal. It was ridiculous, first off, and then they're yelling at him. There's like five people over him. They're all screaming different things. Get down.
Yeah.
He's like, I am down. Give me your hand. He's like, you have my hand in your, like, they probably frightened him. He did run off. I will say this. He did run off, but I would have too. Like, he was scared. Can you imagine five people yelling over you different commands and you're doing it, but they're still yelling things and making it seem like you're doing the wrong thing? Given what our country has been through,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that he was terrified, like, oh my gosh, I might die right now. It was
He was
fight
trying to
or flight.
get
So he took off
home.
running.
But look, wait a minute for a minute, y'all. Barbara was saying that the chief police said that she looked at the video. She didn't see anything that
Thank
those
you.
officers told her was true.
Yep. I'm telling you, they lying, brown
Amen.
No, no,
skin.
no. I watched the
Yes,
video. He did
ma'am.
run
Yes,
off. They
ma'am.
chased behind him. If you go to World Star and then look at
Uh-huh.
the video, it shows him running off. And I'm not saying that justifies it. It doesn't. For me, it don't matter. He could have
Right.
ran. He could have punched one of them in the face. Like,
Right.
it doesn't justify
How
killing the
many
boy,
times
or
do
beating
you
him
see
up.
5 officers at one stop like that?
Right.
Exactly.
That
That's
Yeah.
looks
for me. I'm just
personal.
like, he was probably terrified, and that's why it was fight
Yes.
or flight. That's why I'm like, he
Yeah.
probably was terrified when you not only realize, because he probably didn't even realize he did the wrong thing, and that's why they were pulling him over
Mm.
allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
So he kept saying, he's like, "What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?" And
Yeah.
so
Well, first they
they showed
said
the
he had
fight.
fictitious tags on the car.
Yep, they
They
were
were looking for
lying.
reasons. Exactly. So then when it gets to the point where they were beating him up, because that's what they were brutalizing him. And that was
Mhm.
so disgusting. They had him in cuffs, and you can see them like literally just having their way with him. He's handcuffed. One cop is holding him so the other ones can do what they do. And listen, it
Y'all
was
listen to the commissioner. Miss Reese said it. Y'all listen to what the commissioner said. And the commissioner said he watched that video from front to back and he didn't see anything on that video that even warranted that young man being pulled over.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he they are so disgusted by
Mhm.
how these people behaved. And I'm telling y'all, because I was like, let me do my research
Uh-huh.
because and I went on Facebook and the first post it said was she recognized the one cop and I forget which one it was out of the five. And she said that he made a comment when he was leaving her house. Oh, I if they weren't there, I would have body slammed her. Like
Yes,
they were
disgusting.
violent anyway. Like they
They're
had some type of
disgusting.
weird rage up in them.
Disgusting.
This little boy was a skater. I mean, he was a skateboarder. At the end of my video, I put in just little clips from his life and the stuff he loved to do.
He worked
And
at FedEx.
yes, he was a good child. He did not get in no trouble. I,
And
I
this
understand they
that's
in a city
what
full of crime, but this man
that
did
doesn't mean all black
nothing
people
wrong.
do crimes.
Right.
Exactly. And they of
Exactly.
all people should know that being
Yep.
young black men at one point in time in their life. And then the
Yep.
way they tried to say that he was on drugs, he had to be on drugs, or he was on drugs, oh, he was
Yep.
so strong, he had to be on something. And when the cop said, yeah, we checked, there was nothing in his car. Nothing?
Nothing.
Maybe he threw it.
Or
Maybe
in
he
his
threw it.
system.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
but
that was
drop
the
If
like
part.
the
you
only
go,
reason that I brought up the city of Memphis and the crime, how many people are unalive daily up there. It's a very serious job for police officers, and I've never been in a traffic stop where five police officers showed up. It was one that got out of the car and gave me a ticket. So
Mhm.
something had to have happened for that
Mm-mm.
task for
No.
that
that
task
was
force to show
Mhm.
up. That task
Miss
force.
Hannah.
Mhm.
I want you to look at the video. I'm an old woman. That was a personal. I want you to go to Gerald, North Carolina,
Mhm.
NCB, and pick somebody from Memphis typed in his chat last night. That's where I saw it. I went to
Okay,
work
so let
last
me ask you
night.
this, Aunt Nettie. Did the video start when it first happened? When they first stopped him? It started
Yes.
then?
And Gerald could not even start his video after he watched it for 30 minutes. He was 30 minutes late coming on. He was crying as he did and somebody from Memphis typed in the chat that young man, one of those officers, they're all friends, and one of those officers thought that young man was talking to either his wife or his girlfriend. I had already said it looked personal. Now
I'm
I
I'm
I'm
don't know if that's
I'm
true
at
or
the
not,
point that I'm just hurt because
but they found out,
attitude.
and even though when you put on that blue uniform, you
Mhm.
still black.
Yeah,
That
Mhm.
clear
you're right.
counterpart, when
Yep.
they kill one of us, they get suspended with pay while the investigation is going
Yep.
on. They
Yep.
got fired.
But see, they don't. That's what I'm saying. Why would you do your brother like that? Because you
They
can't.
put
You
on
don't
that
have the same
uniform,
right.
and
That same.
that's when I say that was a personal vendetta.
Hi, Aunt.
Hey,
Hi,
how you
everybody.
doing?
If you watch the way they was talking and laughing, you could tell that was personal.
We all
It was
agree that
horrible.
it was horrible. That's not the
Yeah.
issue. That's
I'm
not.
not
I'm
saying
not saying
horrible.
we
I'm
all.
saying that had to have been personal.
Yeah,
Okay.
all of it was bad.
How you doing, Miss I can't even my
Hi.
Hey,
You call me
Anonymous,
Miss A. Hi,
Miss
Aunt Ann.
Anonymous.
How y'all
How you
doing?
doing? I'm just disappointed.
I,
It
And
is.
because
I
I
I
went
do
to
just,
so
work
much.
last night and I usually take a nap. I work 12-hour shifts. Every time I would close my eyes, I could hear that baby crying for his mama. I got a young black son. Well,
yes.
he young to me. He 48.
He's
He
still your
live in
son. It doesn't
Louisiana.
matter.
And
Yeah.
every day I talk to him. I tell him, call me when you going to work, call me on your lunch break, call me when you leaving for work, and call me when you get home.
Yes.
You
Yeah, I
don't
just
have to be doing anything. We had an officer here, black, that harassed black men on a daily because he had a badge. We had our chief of police at the time was running for mayor last year. An elderly man with Alzheimer's had somebody to bring him from Hughes to Forest City to visit his nephew. Well, when he got here, he forgot where his nephew stayed. So the guy took him to the police station and say, he know his name. Can you look up his address and call him to come get him? They said, yeah. The man was 90 years old, a veteran, and he had Alzheimer's. Here I come. And they beat that man in the police station because he used the bathroom.
Mm.
It happens.
All right, thank
well,
you, Miss. Thank you, Aunt Nanny.
I just
Go
wanted to
ahead.
tell you guys because I'm in the legal system.
Uh
Um, those men or police officers didn't view the young man as a brother.
huh.
It's unfortunate, but you do have rogue people in the police enforcement. When I was looking at part of the video, it looked like they were trying to do a gang initiation
Mm-hmm.
to beat him silly for
Mm-hmm.
something.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing is for us, at least there's video to hopefully get these police officers charged with criminal charges and taken off the force. But it's sad. You do have people go through the system that don't respect the shield that they're supposed to protect and serve.
Yes.
They take it to an extreme and they try to bully people and even unalive them if they don't do what they want because it's like a God complex. So we definitely have to pray for the mother, the father, all the family members to lose that young man. But there needs to be some investigation on why the police allowed these type of corrupt men to have a badge.
You know what it is, in my opinion? I was telling a subby this the other day. I I get that their job is hard. I don't want to take that away from them, right?
Yeah.
But we also have to address the elephant in the room when they rather side with blue versus siding with the color of their skin, black. You know, like they feel like the covering that some of those cops get when they say, "Oh, we found nothing wrong with what they did." They thought they were probably going to get that, but they need to realize that doesn't apply to them. The same way certain things don't apply to us in regular social life, those things don't apply to them as cops either. They will throw them under the bus the same way they did, and they deserved it. Don't get me wrong. They
Yeah.
very well deserved it. But when you can, I feel like after being there for so long, they start to see all black and brown people as criminals. Oh, he's black. He must have been something. He had to have drugs. He had to be doing something illegal. Instead of looking at them like their son. And that's what the other people do. They look at these people when they see people their own kind doing stuff. That's why they get so much grace, because they look at little Timmy like little Timmy could be one, their nephew or son or whatever. But when it comes to our own people, we be our own worst enemy.
Brown
That is
skin.
so true. That is so true. We are our own worst enemy. But my thing is this: how do we tell the kids that's coming up now not to be afraid to drive, and if they get in trouble, what they should do? Like I tell my son all the time, hit that on stop button so everybody can know your location, what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Because if I was that parent, I'm telling y'all, I will be on the news as well because I won't sue. I want a body for a body. For me, I will become a sniper. I just smile and be like, whatever, and I will be in their bushes and I will be tapping on them. And I promise, I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm honest.
I'm with you on that because it kills me whenever I hear them. We want peaceful protest, and that could have been me. Let that have been my son. I would have been like,
watch that video of my son, and she broke down crying the way she did. That's hurtful.
Yeah,
and that spoke volumes to our society for us to say we need to get it together.
Very much.
But I understand Memphis is down. I'm up. Well, you all say north, but I'm in Illinois, and we have it bad here too. But it's not to that extent of down there. They just assume everybody down there is drinking on drugs, stolen something, or did something. So they just speculate. Oh, we finna get it. They finna get it. I just don't understand the mentality. I think that the force down there in Memphis needs to all be revamped. They need to all get some psychological treatment. They need to get some retools, some retraining. Like what you call it just said, why they didn't say, hey, what's going on? Why you out at this time of night? Question him with like a father or a brother to find out what's really going on. A person will tell you. Exactly. You will know if they drinking or on drugs or whatever, right, how they respond, but this don't make no sense. It really don't.
Can I say something right quick? Okay. The chief, when she got that job, she said in her interview, she had retrained her officers and they were not trained to act like that. They tried to run her off. When she got that job, they broke in her house. She said, y'all not running me away. I earned this spot. They broke in her car and stole her service weapon. She said, y'all not going to run me away. I got this spot. And it was it was white police officer's daughter because a black woman got that position of chief. And she told them she was not going to have what's going on in other cities in Memphis. And this is the first that happened since she got that position. And she fired them and they charged them. She is not going to play with them.
Hello, good evening. Can I say something, please?
Yes.
This is my first time to your channel. Hi, Ian. How are you ladies
doing? Hi, how you doing, darling?
Hi. My name is Olivia. I watched the video too. Oh my God. I live in Buffalo, New York. It was so sad when I watched that video. But the part that y'all didn't see, the young man, when they first did get him out the car, they called him so many names. The officer told him he was going to break his effing arm. When they threw him to the ground, he did apply. He asked what did he do? They wouldn't tell him. But he did run. He got away and he ran. And when he ran, he ran for, I think they finally caught up to him. It was like for 7 minutes they caught up to him. And that's when they beat him very, very bad.
Yes.
He ran, but it still didn't give them an excuse to beat that. That was somebody's child. There was no need to beat him like that at all. It was so, so sad the way they beat him. That baby cried out for his mother. Oh, God. And how do you do that to somebody's child? Your brother. And you continue. They called him all kinds of names. They were so aggressive when they pulled him over. They first tried to say it was for reckless driving, but there's no evidence saying that. It's nothing showing that it was for reckless driving. And that's what they initially said. It was for reckless driving, but there's nothing showing. They just pulled him over just because they wanted to be nasty.
Then they also said he was reaching for a gun. That was the other lie they told.
That is so true.
You know that's a lie. That man was handcuffed and they were just beating him to a pulp. Like Olivia said, the first time they got him, they tased him and they pepper sprayed him. That's what made them mad and then he got away. They were mad that they pepper sprayed themselves. And then another group of cops ended up catching up to him around the corner somewhere, and they at first almost didn't recognize him, but then I guess he started running because he seen them. So then they took off after him and they caught him and they pepper sprayed him again. They pulled out batons and they were getting them. They kicked him in the face. They punched him. The onslaught happened for a good 3 minutes that I counted. They were sitting on him. It looked like they were suffocating him a little bit.
It was terrible.
In my opinion, it was very terrible. And they pepper sprayed him at that point, and they pepper sprayed themselves by accident or however it works. And they got mad. So it was like their anger was with the fact that they kept pepper spraying themselves, and he was giving them a chase, but nonetheless, it never justifies him
No, it did
losing
not.
his life. You don't get to be the judge, jury, and executioner. Like, that's not how it works. No one, for even when you think about just the shelling of it, if you want to call it that, if it was um if he was being pulled over for reckless driving, that doesn't equal death. Like, it just
Mm-mm.
does.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm like, I can't with these people. I can't. When I
It's
watch,
horrible. I couldn't
Yes.
even get through my commentary. I was like shaking. I was trying so hard to be professional and not cry, but I had just watched it, and it's been, and ever since then it's been on my spirit. I was going to go live earlier, but I was still so emotionally distraught from watching that. I was like, I got to switch it to another time, and I just kept moving it up and moving it up because I'm telling you guys, it was it I mean, it's when you think about it, the biggest thing you think is like, this could have been my child, you
mhm,
know.
Yeah.
And when he was mom, like, this
that
man
broke
was
my
like,
heart.
stop, help. They beat him mercilessly, and
Yes, they
I don't,
did.
there was nothing he did that warranted that.
No, it did
Nothing.
not.
But my
He
question
was
is, he
begging
was
for water.
almost
And they
breaking
was telling
down.
him, I'm gonna put this baton on you. I'm gonna do this to you.
Oh,
And he said,
yes.
I need water. Please give me some water. That took me
It
back
was
to
just
George
mean.
Floyd when he started begging for his
Yeah.
mama.
Yep. That's why I said
What was the
I can't.
neighbors? Why wasn't people out? You know, because for
So
me,
they can get
It
beat
looked
like
like it
they
was
did,
on a
like he did.
highway.
They weren't gonna be out there.
It looked like it was a highway where they stopped him at, like maybe, and then he ran like you couldn't really see because it looked like it could have been a highway at first,
The main
and
way,
he
yeah.
ran into like he ran into a neighborhood.
He
mhm.
But
was
I know
trying to make it home.
one of the
He was
cameras,
100 yards away from his mother's house.
Yes, he
He
was.
was trying to get somewhere where somebody could see if they
Mhm.
tried to do anything else to him.
one
And
of the
ladies, let
cameras
me
that
tell you.
they
Oh, I'm
had was
sorry.
from a building. One
Let
of
me
the
tell y'all where I live in Buffalo, New York. I don't know if y'all remember this. Do y'all remember last year, May, where we had that massive shooting at a grocery store in here? We made world news.
Uh-huh.
I live literally not too far from there. That was our neighborhood tops that happened at, and it was terrible here. So, oh, just imagine watching a video like that, and where the people got killed here at Tops and at Buffalo. There was the video. I don't know if y'all watched it, but it was the video going around with the boy who killed all those people in Tops, the 10 people in Tops.
It's just sad. We're living in our last days, you know, and there's no more humanity for human life anymore.
No.
and
Two things,
honestly,
two
with
things we could never get back in life is time and a person life. And it seems like now these days neither one is being valued.
It's not.
it's sad.
But
And with all the people that was there, like I remember when I worked in when I was in the nursing program, also worked in the mental health department in the hospital. And when we had to restrain people, and I know they teach them certain things as well. If there was 5 of you guys, there's no reason why it should have been so hard to restrain him, get him in handcuffs, and just keep it pushing. It was like they were looking for someone to pick on. Like, it didn't make sense to me that there was 3 or 4 or 5 of you guys, and someone couldn't hold down his feet, someone hold down his chest lightly, but just enough time to get him in restraints. The other person put on the handcuffs, pick him up, and keep it moving.
No, they were nasty.
They
Those were the
it was like they
nastiest
wanted.
police cops I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Even like you said, when they pulled him out the car and was like, I'm gonna break your effing arm. And why? Like, even if I ran a red light or something,
It,
like, why you
but you
gotta
know
do all
what?
of that?
But you know what's so sad? It's like when our black men get authority like that, they're actually some of them, and it's sad to say, they're worse than the white ones.
yes.
They really
You're
are.
so right. Yes, you are. You're right. They
They
are.
are
And
so
Yeah.
worse than the white ones. It's like it's almost like they're angry, and it's like they have a authority now. Their chest be poked out. And
They
it's
can
like,
prove something.
why? Yes.
They're
And it's so
narcissistic
scary.
sociopaths. That's why.
But they forget
It's
they are not
scary.
their clear counterparts there again.
Yeah,
They
but
They
it's
not
thought
it's the difference.
realizing
They have a God complex.
not
They
only
have a
that,
God complex. They think that they could bring you into this world and take you out.
yes, but not
Yep.
realizing that, guess what? At the end of the day, regardless of them carrying that gun, and at the end of the day, the white people still gonna treat you like a nigga.
That's true there.
Well, I'll
That-
tell you this. Hopefully, the police department and others nationally, they need to start doing psychological evaluations on these police officers to see if you're dealing with people who have the traits of malignant narcissists or narcissistic sociopath. Because if they are, you're going to see more beatings like this and deaths because they take the law into their own hands. You can't have these type of police officers who have those traits be on the force. They don't respect authority or anybody. They're
they
dangerous.
don't.
They're dangerous.
Don't. But they gonna do some time. Because it's clear as
Yeah,
day.
they go under the jail. Yeah. It just
It
hurt
is
my heart because, like I said, when George Floyd got chopped when he passed
Mm-hmm.
away, I cried for a whole month. Couldn't stop. Every time I sit at my table, I try to sew. I just sit there and cry. I cry, 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 cry,
and don't watch the video.
Yeah, she
I
doesn't need
hate
to
I
watch
did it.
that.
Please don't. I hate I did it. If I could unwatch that, I
Yeah.
would.
I'm telling y'all, don't watch it because I'll be honest with you. But I felt obligated to do commentary, and I felt obligated to for this young man's life. I didn't want nobody painting him as no thug or nobody
Yeah.
painting him as this horrible person or that he did this and did. None of it was warranted. So I was like,
Nope.
I have to do commentary to show that he was a good boy and that these 5 animals wanted to find somebody to beat that night. Period. And they had aggression and they
They
wanted to
very
take that
aggressive.
aggression out on him. Yep.
Oh yeah.
They were
He
very
worked for
aggressive to that
FedEx.
baby.
He was a Bethune-Cookman college graduate, 29 years old, never been in trouble. There was no reason.
Thank
None
you for that.
whatsoever.
Drop the mic. And I don't want anyone to think that anyone on this panel thought that he was anything other than what you said because we didn't know him personally. I was just talking about the area that he was stopped in. And because these police officers are doing a job under stressful situations, things like this, even though it should never happen like that, none of that was right. I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. I'm not justifying anything, but I'm just saying, just looking at the surface, I wish that we had the answers. And I know that was unanswered question from the beginning. Why are these things happening like this? What can we do to change it? And I know that us talking about the video, how bad it was, that's not the answer. That was horrible. But we've been asking this same question for years now. Ever since before Rodney King, these questions were being asked, and the answer has not been found. So if we talk about it, what can we change? What can we tell our young men to
We
do?
got to
You have
vote.
to get
Hold
psychological
on.
evaluations of these people
Well,
before they get into the force to be able to have guns.
Yep,
We
you're
have
right.
to lobby to get the laws changed for the law.
but the
Well,
laws is not meant for
they
us
have it. They
anyway.
have it
It's
internal
meant for them.
affairs. The issue is this: you have people who are corrupt
Mm-hmm.
who
Yeah.
sneak through the system. My thing is, I don't know. Has the attorney general said he's doing an investigation federally over this police
No,
station and force?
I haven't heard that he said anything at this point.
That's the next step of oversight. You have to have a system of checks and balances. I think another thing, you need to have community outreach in that area where basically the community leaders and others have a check and balance on these police officers and communicate with the police chief and others to try to, strategically find other things. A lot of it is you have to stop the rogue police officer from getting into the force. Because
Yeah.
if they get in, they're going to abuse it. And that's what these five men in the police station did. I bet you if you look at their history, their track history, this isn't the only time that they beat somebody and unalived them.
Well, they interviewed one man who said that they had stopped him aggressively uh, a few days or a month before, and he was actually on his phone FaceTiming somebody, and he said, "Call my lawyer," and that's when they bagged up. So it's
That
not
might
their
be
first.
something you have to do. You have to tell these young men to say, I need to speak to an attorney. You have to exercise your Fourth Amendment rights. Keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything. You
You have a
know,
right to stay in your car. You do. You have a right to stay in your car. You
But
have a
you remember what was his name? Philanders, the guy that complied with everything he did, and the police killed him in front of his girlfriend and that baby.
mm,
that could, and that's why I said you have some rogue people. The key is it's going to take a team effort to try to minimize these type of rogue officers getting in the force. I think you have to do psychological evaluations when these police went at the police academy to make sure you get the right type of crop of police officers, men and women coming in.
It's an onion thing, in my opinion. There's different layers. You
Yeah.
first do the eval in the beginning, but it also takes other people being like responsible for each other, in a sense of when you see a cop doing something corrupt, they have to report it, and then there should not be any backlash or any hazing or bullying for the cop that does report things. I just watched a
Yeah.
video earlier today where um there was a call out to some place, and the person alleged that they had a firearm in their hand. So the cops come out. The first two black people they see, they pull their gun out on their firearm out on them, and they're like, get down to the ground. One guy, the first guy gets down immediately. The other guy, he's getting down, but he's going slowly. And so the cop comes over, kicks him down, kicks his head into the ground,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
he explained, he said, the reason why I can't move as fast as the other one is because I have pins in my knee, I believe it was, or his hip, from an accident, a car accident. Someone had hit him while he was on his bike, so he couldn't move as fast. So then when the first guy that got down fast, he was like, what's your badge number? Because they, searched him, whatever, couldn't find nothing. And then so the guy that was able to get down fast, he was like, what's your I need your business card, your, whatever. He was like, I don't have one. And there was a black woman cop that was there, and she was like, and so first, sorry, he said he doesn't have a card. So he was like, what's your badge number? He gives him his badge number, and so he starts to walk away. And then the black woman cop was like, no, we have cards. And you can see his body cams on. You can see the black cop look at him like, keep effing playing. Like, that was her face. Like, she's looking at him like, you better cut the crap. So she started collecting cards from all the cops that was out there and gave it to him. And she did a report on his tail to get him in trouble. He lied on the initial report, and then she followed up to make sure that the report was what it was. And when his sergeant seen that what was on the body cam didn't match the paperwork he put in, he gave the paperwork back to the cop and said, it doesn't match. You might want to watch the body cam before you put in your statement. She said, you can't do that. What they put in is supposed to be what they put in. They don't get second and third chances to get it right. So, they ended up, he got fired a couple days later and got charges pressed on him, assault. And it takes that happening as well. It's an onion. There's not like one stop shop where just once you go through one section, it is gonna be joyous after that. It's literally layers to it, from the
Mhm.
beginning all the way to the end, throughout, and all of that.
Yep.
You remember this lady cop did something like that? I think it was in Chicago a couple of years back.
mm-hmm.
And they hazed her so bad she had to quit her job.
And that's the
Mhm.
problem. When they get hazed and bullied, no one wants to report when a bad cop does something. So then they get
Yep.
the title of everyone being a bad cop, but they don't want that title. Well, if you allow it, you just as bad as the person who did it, in my eyes.
Yep.
But
Mm,
this
mm, mm, mm,
investigation
mm.
in Memphis is not over, baby. They investigating the sheriff. The fire department even say they got some investigation to do into this.
Mm,
And those two paramedics, they're going to be charged too because they waited too long to take him to get medical attention.
Wow. So, like I say, I think you're going to see these 5 police officers probably have a history of doing this type of stuff. I don't think this is an isolated incident.
Oh no.
Anonymous,
But
did you hear when I said when I first came on that when I was doing my research, there was a young lady on Facebook that recognized one of the 5 because her son had dialed 911 by mistake. And so they came out to her house as routine. And once they realized it was a mistake, it was him and a partner. Her husband was there and a couple of other family members, but she said when he was walking and leaving her house, he said if she didn't have all them people around, I would have body slammed her. And she said she was thinking like, what? Why would he say like, it was just very a weird comment to her that he would have even said that because he was talked to us. He said it under his breath. But the bottom line is that you gotta have violent, weird thoughts to even
Yeah.
think that on a routine 911 mistake call. And it was something about her that tweaked you so bad that you would want to physically touch her or do something to her. That person is weird, and psychologically, like you said, they got something wrong with
Sociopath.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sociopath.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they don't. They're kind of like Tory Lanez, where he just thought it was okay to shoot somebody in the foot, trying to
uh-huh.
unalive them. They don't care. They
And like
shouldn't be in the
somebody
force.
said, once they get that badge, they think they got power.
Yep. Yeah,
So
And most
it's a God complex. It's a God complex. That's why you have to be very careful to not have people in the force, or at least have them not be out patrolling, because they'll take it to an extreme.
Those
They'll
cops are
take it to an
animals.
extreme.
Crazy. It's
Them
just
cops,
it's sad on so many levels.
them cops are animals.
Crazy. Yeah, it's
I'm like, they're,
crazy.
they're animals. They're animals. They're not cops to me. They're animals. Just for
Yeah.
5 men to brutally beat and unalive that young man, it's no excuse.
And see,
No
they
excuse.
have to
no.
remember they have kids, they have wives,
Exactly.
sisters, mothers, and everything else. See, and like
Sean,
I said, for me, this ain't got nothing to do with Inez, so I'm gonna give my disclaimer. This is my opinion. If that would be my only child, ain't ain't no way I wouldn't take out their family. Ain't no way. I'm telling y'all. Ain't no way.
and Breonna Taylor
I wouldn't be
was in
shocked
her.
that those young men, if they have girlfriends or wives, they beat them too.
Breonna Taylor was in her house when the police broke into
it's
her
just
house.
sad.
Yes.
It's just
Breonna
sad.
Taylor was in her house when they broke in her house and killed that young woman. So it's not even the area. It's who you have with the badge, who you got carrying around that gun. They're animals to break into that woman's house. She's in her house, minding her business. And them police broke in her house and killed her, unalived her. So it's not even sometimes the area. It's the people that you have working in the force. These men are animals. They're just complete animals. And hopefully they pick up the prison, put them under that prison, and put the prison on top of them. I hope they never get out. I hope they never get out. You got Sean Bell, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Michael Brown, Jordan Edwards, Trayvon Martin. He was killed. This man wasn't even a police officer. Did that man do any time? Was he
He was
reprimanded?
a flashlight cop for
He
the
was a
neighborhood.
flashlight cop. Was he reprimanded? A young man lost his life. Why? Because he walking around with a hoodie. That's a reason for you to
In
kill.
his dad's neighborhood
Yeah,
with
in
a
his
bag of
dad's
Skittles and
neighborhood.
an Arizona iced tea.
Exactly. Exactly. And all the NBA players stepped up for him. LeBron and all the NBA players stepped up and wore their hoodies. It's just sick. These men are animals. They're not police officers to me. They probably got sons, brothers, uncles, fathers, and for them to jump one young man, 5 men jumping one young man, to me is disgusting. And I hope they do life in prison. I'm praying that they're going for a life sentence for them.
And I
They
hope
don't
they put
deserve
them
it.
in general population.
Yeah, put them in the jail because once they get in there, they're in grave danger. Period.
Yes.
Period. and whatever happens to them, they deserve it. That's just animals to do that. All these young men being killed being unalived by the police officers, unarmed young men. When is it going to end? When is it going to stop? How many more parents have to lose their unarmed young black men due to these police officers? I don't have any faith or any trust in the police officers anymore. I don't have any
No.
trust in them. I don't have any faith in them. I don't trust them. After this, it's over for them. Over. And I pray they get a life sentence. I pray. Because I'm sure that mother's devastated. I mean, that's devastation to do that to a young man. One young man, like on Ann said, he wasn't even that big. He wasn't no 6 footer,
No.
6'7", 8 footer.
Yeah. If
Young,
he was
small
running,
man.
yeah, if he was running, I think they could have tased him. They could have got one of them could got him because he 5. I just can't get 5. I just can't get past 5.
No,
I would
they
have ran
did.
too.
They
I would have
did
ran too.
tase him, but he still got away. And I think what really pissed them off, they were already angry for number one. But you know how when you run from them and they got to chase you, that's what really, really, I believe that's when they really, really got pissed because they had to chase him and he got away. After all they did, they pepper sprayed him,
Well, what
tased him, and he still ran. And that's what really pissed them little.
they got
Yeah,
one of the best
it
lawyers.
reminded them that they were all out of shape because after 30
Yes,
seconds of running, they all.
Exactly.
yes. And you can hear
Exactly.
them asking for
Exactly.
water. Somebody wanted water because they was thirsty because they couldn't catch him.
That
No,
woman got the
he asked for water because he pepper sprayed himself by accident.
Yes,
But
yes.
it's, I
that woman
mean,
got the
That
that
yeah,
mother
that's your fault. You pepper sprayed yourself. That's not my problem.
see that mother got the best lawyers. The best lawyer. I love that lawyer. Believe
Hi,
me,
all. Hi, panel.
How
she
you
gonna get a
doing?
life sentence.
Hello. I just want to say this real quick, then I want to drop down because I know the room is full. Um, I am double PK and quadruple 10 million relatives in the uh, military police, CIA detectives, all of that. We have all of that in our family. My uncle has. I had to call him on this because I tossed and turned. I dreamed of like a nephew who has gone astray and something happening to him, and it just woke me up out my sleep, that and I haven't been asleep since 2 o'clock this morning. And I had to call my uncle and ask, was everybody okay? My whole And we started discussing, and he said, and I'm gonna give my name, Sherelle. He said nothing will happen until y'all hit the police person's pocket, until you hit that pocket, not the not their not the state or the city or the county or whatever. You have to hit their pension, because they some of these people still are on paid leave. Some of these people's spouses still will get spousal benefits and this and that and that and that, until you hit that person's pension to where they can't live no more. Like this person who they unalived cannot is not alive anymore. Until you hit that person's pocket, ain't nothing gonna happen. It's gonna keep happening. Yes, they'll get fired, but we as the taxpayers pay out these millions of dollars. We're paying for these cops doing what they're doing. It's not coming from their pension. Until their pensions and until their what is it called, the whatever unions they belong to and stuff like that, until that's hit, nothing's gonna stop. I'm I, that's from the inside. He said nothing's gonna stop because it's not coming from their money. So here you go. They'll just go to another area, get hired on,
Yeah.
and and keep on living, keep on doing what they doing, and possibly have it happen again. But until and and when you snatch that money from them, and majority of them are white people, and they have those high pensions, or sometimes it's been in their family that they are third generation, fifth generation officers and things like that, and it's they just have that money. But until you hit that personal pocket of theirs, it's it's just going to keep happening. I mean, you may stop it here and there, like with George Floyd's those officers and things like that, where you see his wife, the one man's wife divorced him as soon as it happened because she was like, I need my money. I need my change before before you get sentenced. She was divorcing him before he got. So it's not going to stop until you hit that pocket, like
Well,
everything else.
that's not true. It depends on how that pension money is structured because the guy that's from he's in Will County. He killed 3 of his wives. Drew Peterson. He's collecting all his pension money from jail.
Right. No, I'm saying that it's not pulled from them. But I'm saying it's not pulled from them like the officers who actually have who have unalived someone like George Floyd. Like their pension as a state, as a citizen, we, like I said, as a taxpayer, we're paying out those millions of dollars, like for Breonna Taylor's family and for her boyfriend. They got a settlement. It's not coming from a pension. It's coming from the taxpayers' dollars. They're not
Well,
pulling
how do
funds from
we
a
stop
pension.
their pension? How do we go about doing that?
You have to sue them personally.
Oh, okay.
You have to sue them personally.
I'm
I
gonna drop.
wanted to say really
I'm gonna drop down.
briefly.
I just want to bring that point up, but I'll drop down.
Hi
Okay.
everyone, I'm Ebony. I wanted to talk about with the
Sorry.
police brutality. I'm glad that so many of us are actually outraged about this and we don't care about, oh, they happen to be black and the charges have come up so swiftly against them. It should be that way, regardless of the officer's color. If they're just beating someone, abusing them, from the video, looks like he did nothing wrong. They should be charged swiftly. And I don't think that we should always focus on color because then that's how they can actually distract us from what's really important. And that's the fact that this man lost his life. He had just come back from the skate park, and they're saying it was reckless driving. But again, whatever reckless driving may have happened, for him to lose his life it's not a match. That's not a normal response. And they were spraying him like they were spraying a bug, with the pepper spray, just way too aggressive. And I think with everyone being the same race, I just feel like in our black race, some of us, we are just naturally harsh towards each other. And I don't think that those 5 officers would have had that same energy had the driver been of a different race, because then they would assume that they would get into some trouble. But I think when they see that it's a black person, they assume that no one cares about us. So we're going to be extra mean and extra harsh towards them. Some people, if they work in customer service and they see that you're black and they're black, sometimes they may feel like they don't have to treat you with good service. Some of us, we are just naturally harsh and, just kind of dry and mean towards each other. So I hope that we get over that someday. I do think that this example is a very sad and tragic example of that. But I think it's like very natural for some of us just to not be united and more so divided. And I think that was the energy that those guys had. And I think that they were abusing their power and they assumed that because they're blue, that's like greater or better than being black. But now they see, no, you're still a black man in America. You abused your power and now you've already been fired. You've already been charged with second degree. So they totally abuse their power. And sadly, I think it's just some of us in our race, we do treat each other more harshly. And then sometimes I think it's a hard pill to swallow. We don't want to admit those things because it's hurtful. But I think that when we avoid talking about it, I think we're doing our race more harm than actually talking about the fact that when we get around each other, we're kind of antagonistic. Not everyone, but some people. And then we're just more harsh. If we can get over that, then things might get a little better. I feel because those 5 officers, I feel like that same aggression, like Anonymous said earlier, I don't think it was an isolated event. I think we're going to hear more people coming out about those officers. I hope it's not going to be any women, but I have a feeling it's going to be women talking about when they were pulled over and how these guys treated them. So with the aggression, some men, you can't even politely say no, thank you, and then they get mad. They might curse you out. All those things, like, we have to discuss so that we can try and like stop that, because some women get unalived just for saying no, and things like that we have to talk about, because this incident, to me, for me, in my opinion, is a reflection of how we treat each other.
Let me say this too. I know that I said that Memphis was a city that had a lot of crime, and I know that people say the area doesn't have anything to do with it, and that could be very well true. I'm not saying any of this was right. It was all wrong. All I'm saying is a
Yeah.
lot of our major cities have a lot of problems. And a lot of times, police officers, instead of being able to protect the citizens, they're almost like they're in a war zone in some of these cities. And that's, I've always said for the past 10 years or so, I've looked at major cities and I said there needs to be change in our cities. There should be no way that generation after generation after generation should be living in these same conditions that we were living in 60 years ago. It makes no sense. And again, these areas are just like a war zone. And I am a veteran. If you're trained for a mission, and sometimes when you see and you're on a battlefield, your mind is totally different from when you're in a peace zone. So I'm just saying our cities have to be changed and it's not like the citizens don't have the money for the change. It's just that the citizens, and especially our Black African Americans, are in these conditions that we should not be living in 50 and 60 years after Dr. King and all these people did all of this work. It should not be happening, and it is.
I feel like this. I understand what you're saying. Police officers do have a hard job. But what I'm saying, and you're right, they have a hard job, but you can't take nobody's life as that. If you're by yourself and you always pulling out your gun, your weapon, because you always say you're scared. So you telling us why we're not scared. You see what I'm saying? If you stop somebody, they run. Why get them in the back? You got a taser. That don't work. Call your backup. You're going to spend the rest of your life in prison when you could have got that person later. See, they need to retrain them. That's what I'm saying. They're not thinking like we thinking. And I know it's a scared job, because one time they was getting dropped left and right. Remember back in the day? They was getting dropped left and right. I don't think it had a lot to do with scared. I think it's a lot to do that I got this badge on. I can do what I want to do. You're going to do what I tell you to do, or this is going to happen to you. Not thinking. Just like that lady who's in prison now because she said that she threw her taser. Ain't no way in the world you could think your weapon is a taser.
Exactly.
There's no way in the world. It's just like they need to be retrained. Like Hannah, I always say that people don't say what you say. They take it back different. They're in training. They don't do what they've been trained about. They do it different. They want to do it their way. They don't do what they're supposed to. You see what I'm saying? If these people are going to drive, because I'm on one time back in the day is they used to tell them don't chase them. Remember, all the kids was getting passed away. People just because they was doing race, and they was like a speed chase. They just said don't even do it no more because too many lives were being lost when they was doing that. You have to think before you do something. I can see if your life is on the line, but for 5 people, and then it's like that. Like I'm so tired. I'm running off of 2 hours of sleep. What's the George Floyd? All the police, there was no reason for that. They have to choose what they gonna do, not just do it. You see what I'm saying? And because you mad, they get mad if you run. That's the main thing. They get mad and want to do this and want to do that. It's still not right. They need to be retrained. Yeah, they need to be retrained because some of this is evilness.
Yeah.
And
yes, ma'am.
Hi, Ann and panel
Hey,
and
how you
chat.
doing?
Hey.
Uh, Hi. There's a video. I don't know if anyone has saw it, but I think it's the first body cam of when the initial stop happened. I think it's like 20 minutes long. Um, the white officer that deployed his taser, before they got to the area where they beat him, after he had ran, the white officer and one of the officers that beat the young man, he had gotten pepper spray in his eye. The white officer was helping him to get the pepper spray out of his eye. But while he was doing that, he said to the black officer, when they catch him, I hope they stump him. Yes. The white officer said that. And when he finished clearing the pepper spray out of the black officer's eye, he helped the black officer put his vest back on, and the black officer got in his car and went to the area where they had detained him and joined in the beating. But he told the white officers to stay back with the young man's car. There's a 20-minute video of the white officer's body cam, and all of this is being said before they actually get to the video where they beat the young man. So I don't know, what to make of that, but I think it's something that they do on a regular basis.
And we're trying to figure out why. Make it make sense. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why? Why would you do? What was you thinking?
It's probably the power of the badge. It's just something that they feel like, they can do and get away with. Because for that man to say that, I hope they stomp him, and then that's exactly what they do. To me, that's something that they have done numerous of times.
And they look at us like we're, look at Black men as criminals, not knowing them personally. That's what they call, what do you call it? When you, that's a name for it. I think they've stopped a lot of it though. Profiling. It's laws against it now. That's why they usually don't stop Black people just based upon what kind of car they're driving and stuff like that. But it still seems like criminals. I know my dad tell us stories sometimes. He said back in the day after they abolished slavery, a Black person couldn't just sit like people do now, sit around town, sit around stores and stuff like that. They would arrest you for larceny or something. You would have to go to prison. No Black person could just sit around and like we do, like I said, like we do today. It was a crime. And it's just embedded. And I know things have changed a lot, but things got to change more is what I'm saying. And this should not be going on. There's no way this young man should have been treated in the way he did, and especially by black officers. That's what make it so unexplainable to me. I can't wrap my brain around somebody doing someone like that for no reason.
It's
And
sad.
I'm not saying there's a reason. I'm just saying I just can't understand why someone would treat another human being like that.
I don't know either, but I know one thing. I don't care what they say. They can't tell me nothing. I don't care. He crawled on 4 fingers. There's no reason they should have did that. 5. You tell me 5 couldn't get this man soaking. He not even 50 pounds soaking wet. Pick him up. Like I said, pick him up. Put him in the car. It's 5 of y'all. Pick him up, put him in the car. Handcuff him. What he gonna do? Handcuff his feet. What he gonna do with his handcuff? Handcuff and put him in the car. I pray, like I told everybody, as a police officer next door to me, I pray for that man every day. Pray for him. Yeah. And I pray. One day he asked me, he said, I see you out here. He said, and you had your hand towards my truck. I said, I'm praying for you. I pray for you every day to come back safe. And that man looked at me. He's a white man. He looked at me and he said, I appreciate it.
Wow.
He said, I really appreciate it. He said, I really appreciate it. He said, nobody never did that for me. And nobody never said that. I said, I pray for you every day that you come back home to your family. I pray for you.
And like I'm sorry, like Anonymous said, it's a strong possibility that they've been doing this for a while, but no one was unalive. Maybe people just got beat up real bad, and then nothing like this has happened. So it'll all come out though.
Yeah, yeah. It's just sad, and I'm sad for his family because this shouldn't have happened at all. And it's just I'm going to call out the prize. It just bothered me that my brothers will hurt their brothers, and we're struggling so hard. We've been struggling for years, and I don't think I will ever understand it. I know I will walk through my house and pray all night. I know I will. I've been praying for 2 days. I just don't understand it. And God says, not for you to understand. He said, I told you, y'all going to destroy the world yourself. I'm not coming back with a flood. I'm not coming like I did at first. You're going to destroy the world yourself. And that's what we're doing. Like I said, we can't come together for nothing. We are our worst enemy. It's sad. You could have picked your brother up, talked to your brother, put your brother in the car, and say, you ran, so we're gonna arrest you, and you get somebody to come and pick you up. I seen officers do that. You got good officers, you got bad officers. An officer pulled me over one day. I'm coming out. I always keep my phone in my thing, and I hit it. He said, "You being recorded." I said, "I'm recording you too." And he said, "Oh, okay." He said, "That's fine." The man went to the car, came back. I said, "Oh, what'd you pull me over for?" He said, "Oh, nothing." He said, "Have a nice day." I said, "Oh, you do too." I tell my kids, I say, I bought all of my dashboard thing. I said, turn it on. I said, every time you get, I said, stop turning it on. Let them know they're being recorded. When they tell you you're being recorded, that's the time you say, well, I'm recording you as well. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
He said, have a nice day. I knew it was some BS because I wasn't speeding. I live in a suburb. I wasn't speeding. I wasn't doing anything. He probably figured, what's she doing here? But I wasn't speeding anything. And I was like, okay, why he stopped me? I said, at the end of the day, is a quarter what it is. When I told him he was a quarter, he said, oh, thank you. And I was like, well, why? He still didn't tell me what he stopped me for. He just said, let me see your license. Here you go. He said, okay, thank you.
Wow. It's very sad, but
it is. And that's why I tell everybody, that's why I get out and fight. That's why I go to these marches. That's why I go to these different meetings. That's why I try to get the women's on YouTube together. I try to do this and try to do that to come as one, because you work together as one than apart.
Yeah.
When you come together as one, it's strong. It's so strong, nobody can break it. That's why my circle up here, we come together as one. You might not see all of us. We'll come around, see, but let something happen to one of us. You're gonna see all of us come out. The woodwork. You'll say, well, Dad, where they come from? Where she come from? Who is that? Where did she come from? Just how the unity should be. And it seems like it's the smaller channels coming to a unity.
And I'm glad you're asking questions because I was actually doing something else, so I could only listen when you first started. But the sermon, our pastor's first sermon of the year for 2023 during our watch night service was about Queen Sheba. Went to King Solomon to ask him hard questions. She bought him all kinds of gifts and everything, but she just wanted to sit with him to ask him questions. And then I was able to share with my son. He had a hard question for me. I said, well, it's okay to ask questions, but when you have a question and I answered it for you, and you didn't understand it and you didn't accept my answer, it's okay to go to God and ask him, because he is the king. Ask him questions. But you got to be able to listen and accept what he asks you, but always it's okay to ask questions. And now, when you said ask question, why are we? What's going on now? How
Yeah,
can we solve this problem? This is good because now we're thinking, how can we solve this problem? Because it's been going on too long,
we
and
can't.
people can talk
Yeah,
about it.
you can solve it, but you can't come together for nothing. If you can come together, we can solve it. But they don't know how to come together. It's all we got. Who did this? Who did that? That one got this. That one got this. Don't worry about it. We working as one. You work. I'm gonna say this. If you work as one, we can have the same thing. If you work as one, we can go to the same place. If you work as one, we can be good together. Don't want to work as one. I've been saying it for day one. You have to work as one. When we did that blackout, we did for the first 2 weeks, we worked as one and we hit a big dent. But then nobody want to work as one no more. Went this place and went that way, and it just went the when you start something, you have to finish it. Don't start something, don't finish it. You see what I'm saying? We start stuff and don't finish it. And then it's undone, then something happened again. Oh, let's do it again. You start it and you don't finish it.
Yeah.
God said, if you worry about it, don't pray about it. So why I'm going to pray about it, I'm going to worry about it. It's the same way. If you start something, you got to finish it to the end. If you take it to the end, you'll get some results. If you don't, it's going to keep on being like this. We march one time and then we sit back. Something else happened, we march. You can't do that. You have to keep on until you get what you want. Not at this moment. That's what they want you to do. They want you to march at that moment and they give you a little piece, like you're a little rat. They give you a little piece of cheese. And then, okay, they got that done. Then here you go again. Y'all stop. You got to keep on going. You stop. It's not people like that. It's not a lot of people like it was at first. So you just standing as one. You have to keep on to the end. You can't stop. You have to keep on going. And that's our problem. We like you a little rat, you a little cheap. Yep, they give. Here go again. Y'all stop. You got to keep on going. You stop it. It's not people like that. It's not a lot of people like it was at first. And that's how we can get it together. We have to be on one page and keep it going. You can't give up. Just like George Floyd, all those people out there marching, all those people doing that. He got justice. Where everybody else at? Where they at? Do you see anybody marching? Do you see anybody going to the White House trying to get a bill passed? Do you see it? No. It's an everyday fight. It's not a 5-minute fight. It's an everyday fight.
And
yes, ma'am.
I also think too, we, as a Black community, need to value each other. And I say that because where I live, just on Martin Luther King Day, there was a mass shooting here. On Martin Luther King Day, and it was a celebration in our park. And somebody opened fire, and 8 innocent people were shot, and one young lady lost her life. And she lost her life in front of her 9-year-old daughter. So we as a Black people need to value each other. And what I'm about to say, please don't misunderstand it. I feel like before we say Black lives matter, Black lives need to matter to the next Black life. Because if we don't, how can we expect anybody else to value our life when we taking each other's lives? And then you do it on a day that the man that fought for our freedom, one of the people, he's not the only one, but he's a huge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Hold
then,
on a minute. Thank you, Marilyn. Wait a minute. Thank you, Marilyn K, for become a new member. Thank you. Go ahead.
So, and to do that on his day, when we're supposed to be celebrating peace and freedom, and then you open fire in a group, and just, come on. We don't value each other enough. And we need to start valuing each other.
We're not going to
And
do
if
it.
we,
Like I said, it's not going to happen because you still have these young kids taking each other out. It started at home. If the parents did it when they were small, we wouldn't have this big problem because they are the future. But we can't come together for nothing about fussing. We can't come together for nothing. One going one way. Just like to bring it back to the moment. When something happened, we together. When it's all over, we go. Look at the young lady, what happened to her in Mexico. When it happened, we were all together. Now nobody saying nothing about it. It's just like, okay, let them go. It's free. But if we were still fussing for, fighting for, they would have got them by now. But we just stopped. It's just like, it's fade away. Well, they ain't gonna do nothing, just fade away. I couldn't do it no more because it was hitting home and it was messing me up. Once I got up here and cried so bad, I said, I can't do it. I did it for a whole week. Only thing I could do is put up shorts. I couldn't do it. I can't. But I'm going to call this out. Y'all, thank you so much. I'm going to end this live because I got a lot of work to do, and I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Aunt
Thank
Ann.
you so much, Aunt Ann. Thank y'all. Have a great one. We enjoy the combo. Thank you for having it.
I love you. Thank you so much.
Love you, darling.
See you, Hannah. Bye-bye. Okay. I just had her name. I just had her name. I don't know what I did with it. I'm going to call out the prize for a can y'all hear me? 2 people bless our channel. And it's a blessing, y'all. We just been blessed. I just want to, if she's not out there, I'm going to do a trivia question. Is Tanner Shaw in the chat? Tanner Shaw. That's what it is. TANISHAW. I think it's 10. Tanner Shaw 01. That's who it is. If she in the chat, push yes. I think it is her. Tanner Shaw 01. Is she in the chat? Push 1. This thing. Tanner Shaw 01. Is he in here? I'm going to go to the next person then. Sexy Mama 60. Is she in here? Is she in here? Push yes. Sexy Mama 60. I'm really behind. Oh, somebody said, is she in here? Oh, no. I gotta go to the bottom. If they're not in here, I'm going to do a triple. Y'all just answer and you get the money. Sexy Mommy 60. Is she in here? Yes. I need a cash app. You win $100. You know my DM me. Yeah, I got okay. Let me put my Sexy Mama 60 DM me. Here you go, right here. And I need your Cash App. If somebody can tell me which one of Melody's baby's birthday today, put it in the chat, the first one. Y'all thank the people who donate today. They donated, and they've been blessing my channel. We appreciate it. Somebody DM me today and told me to give one of my sweatshirts away. They cash at me $50. All these phones here, I don't know which one going on. Who's relive? I think she all the way down here. Lordy. Oh, that's you. Send me your Cash App, baby. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see the other child. Well, she ain't okay. She not the winner. I don't know what's going on. I'm up here. She didn't win. Wasn't she the first? Okay. I know I had her name up here. I must have took her down then. Cash at me. I mean, y'all, I'm tired. I only had 2 hours of sleep. Okay, we can do one for the sweatshirt. And I'm gonna close this party off. I love y'all. Thank you for coming. Contact creators, my mom. I love y'all, everything. But I'm telling y'all, this party gonna get over. Cause Auntie got toothpicks on her eyes. And I still got work to do. Y'all put it in, please. Put it in the chat. And please just say thank you. Cause we had what $300 donate this week for the giveaway, and it's a blessing. Lord is a blessing. I thank God. Now we're going to do the sweatshirt. Did Melody go live today? Just put yes or no. And put who she went live with. Who is this? Yeah, what it Jonathan might say, go to bed, auntie. So who said it first? I'm trying to see who it. She's Girl S is the winner for the pullover. DM me your size and your information so I can mail it to you. Everybody who placed an order, I'm trying to get it out next week. Like I told y'all a couple of weeks ago. I'm using the cards that I have until my new ones come. So don't be alarmed. Still follow the steps. Is some mix up stuff in there is by the company. So I'm waiting on the company to send my new card. So don't y'all get alarmed. Okay, y'all, thank you so much. Please put in the chat and tell the donators thank you, because we have been blessed. We have another drawing. I think I'll probably do that one tomorrow, Sunday. I might do that one tomorrow because prayer. I'll probably do it after we do our prayer in the morning. Yeah, I'm gonna give it away. And at this time, I might pick 2 people, and it might just be one, cause people need the money right now, so it might just be the $100. We have $100 left, so I'm gonna do it that way. I don't know. I'm gonna do 2 or 1 in the morning, but tomorrow morning we're doing prayer, and I want to thank everybody for coming out this evening. Subscribe, push that like button, ring that bell, ring a ling a ling. Nobody told you that they love you. I really love y'all. I'm telling y'all, I really love y'all, because a lot of y'all had my back, and I really appreciate it. Have a blessed day. Enjoy your night. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna try to pray tomorrow around about 9 o'clock in the morning. That'll give me some time to get myself together and y'all to get yourself together. Join us. I really appreciate it. After prayer, I will be doing another raffle. Have a blessed day.